The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable is back. Happy New Year to all the listeners. New spot, new digs. Brooklyn Podcasting Studio. Feels good to be in a slightly more professional endeavor.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
The growth feels good. The growth feels good.
What I said, what I do. I just said it feels good to be in a professional setting. You feel me?
Absolutely.
I agree.
You see the lights?
I feel you.
You
on
see the
that.
gloss?
Beautiful.
You see the HD vision behind us?
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happier to be here. To my left, the new lineup. You feel me? Langston Lake Wazamo.
Happy New Year.
Denny the Balance.
May the force be with you.
Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up? What up?
And we have a special guest here in the Rap Roundtable. We doing it big to start this whole year.
Big.
Yes.
Rome Streetz. What's good, brother?
Yo, what's good? What's the word?
What up, Spitter?
How you doing? How you doing? Chilling, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you can find the Rap Roundtable. You know, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, social media, whatever.
Everywhere.
You know
We
what I mean?
everywhere.
Yo, listen, I'm excited, fellas. Like, I can't,
Yo,
you know what I mean?
beautiful.
New Year, man.
Beautiful
We getting
vibe.
2020 out of here, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Word.
Later on, we're gonna be doing our year in review, Rap MVP, Best Female, Most Overrated. It's a lot to talk about.
It's a lot to talk about
Indeed.
in 2020.
But before we do all of that, we gotta interview the homie Rome, who took the time out to bless us with his presence.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So Rome, right out the way, COVID's been crazy, right? A lot of things didn't move the way it was supposed to move because of this pandemic. What I'd like to know from you to get the negative or the positive out of the way early is how did this affect you business-wise?
It really kind of just fucked up the way I maneuver as far as like doing shows, like appearances, going places, you know what I'm saying? Just like interacting with fans, you know what I'm saying? Just personally being outside. So that kind of fucked things up because this was a big year for me. So I felt
Facts.
like I would have did a lot this year more than I did last year. But as far as just like creatively, it kind of helped. I'm like a workaholic anyway when I be just tapped in and shit. But now it's like I'm forced to fucking rap. It's like I'm in the house all day
Word.
and like,
Time.
you know, like I got fucking recording equipment in my crib. So it's like I'm in the house majority of the day now. So it's like, all right, let me just cook up. You know what I mean? I be fucking watching TV, listening to music. It's like, all right, if you listen to enough music, you're going to get inspired to make your own. So it's like,
fact.
You got anything that like you got on deck that you saving just like for the right moment?
yeah. This
Got some, man.
because you know, it's like my work ethic and my work rate is kind of faster than my output. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I have like the album that I'm about to drop next is some shit that I started probably this time last year, but then once I finish that, I've been working for a whole year. You get what I'm saying? So it's like next year what I did this time last year is gonna come out. So then shit that I did like a week ago, if it's not my song, it's probably not gonna come out until the year after. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff that's like on the timeline. You know what I mean? And even if I make something today, it's like, damn, where am I put this? So it's like,
Right.
I feel you.
So you would say COVID
Non-stop.
actually made you sharper with the creation.
yes, now it's like I'm hoarding. You get what I'm saying? I'm hoarding
stockpiling.
music. Yeah, it's just a
Wow,
stockpile
bro.
shit. Like,
That's crazy, bro.
Can't
hold
hold,
up.
you gotta give us
no,
that.
I'm saying it's coming. I just dropped something.
You gave us
A
two
month
joints in
ago.
2019.
you did.
It's fire.
You gave us two in
It's fire.
2019.
Talk to me, son.
Yeah.
So you find that you could be like creative at home? Because I was just talking to the homie earlier today. I can't be. There's too many people in the house. I can't be creative at home because I gotta, go somewhere else.
He
to get
makes beats.
myself in the zone.
I'm saying,
So,
Process.
but you feel comfortable at home, just chilling and
yeah,
creating at
yeah,
home. and
because
stuff?
I get into a zone, you know what I'm saying? And like, I've been doing this shit for so long, just like rapping, that's like, I could do it anywhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, once I hit a beat and I'm tapped into it enough, you know what I mean? I could just go. You get what I'm saying? Like, a majority of my shit is like made on the go. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's
like,
me-
I
I feel you
get
on that. I feel
like,
you.
I get inspired while I'm moving. So like I could be in a car, I could be on a train, I could be traveling on a plane, I could be walking down a block. Like I'll be thinking of shit. but then I could be in my crib thinking of shit. So it's like,
constant inspiration.
When I want to do it, I can do it.
I feel like because you seen what I did this year, but I set my own studio up in the crib too. I'm like, you know what? If this is what it's gonna be, I'm gonna record myself, and it is difficult. Like I see what you talking about. Like, but when the first 3 episodes I did in the crib was kind of like below tier because it was like, this is weird. I'm in my house, I'm recording, but like once you get in your zone, it's like whatever. You can do it anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, Rome, I was doing some research about your story and how you came up, and I learned that you spent some time overseas in the UK. Would you say that the grime scene over there while you were there, were you a fan of it, and did it influence your art as you came up in the rap game?
Yeah, I was a fan of it. I would say I went to London like when I first started to rap, probably like, cause I was a kid, I was a teenager, I was like 14. You know what I'm saying? So like that's when I first like really started to rap. Like, so that was around the time when the grime shit like first started to come about. You get what I'm saying?
So you got in on the ground floor.
Yeah, so it was like I was interested in it because it was different. You get what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of family from the UK and shit. Like I was born there, but I came to New York when I was 1.
I like how you play that up because they tried to kill 21 for that shit. Like, it's not wrong with
ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I was born in London. You know what I'm saying? And then I came to New York when I was 1. I would have been born in New York, but it's a funny story. Like my mom, my dad, like, you know what I'm saying? Because my grandparents, they live out here. You know what I'm saying? They're from, like, it's a long story, but like my mom and my dad lived, you know what I mean? Lived in London and shit. They came to New York.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then my fucking dad ended up getting arrested. He got deported and shit. So
he
my
got
mom
deported
went back.
to UK?
Yeah, like,
oh, shit.
So my mom went back to London and shit, and then had me or whatever, and then I guess she came to New York like a year later or whatever. And then I just been, you know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with dual citizenships, fuck it.
Yeah, so fucking, like I had a lot of family, you know what I'm saying? I got cousins and shit from out there. So like they would come to New York, you know what I'm saying? Or like I went to London one time when I was 8 and shit. So I was chilling with my cousin, he was just playing me music and I was just like fucking with it. Like they had some shit out there called Jungle. And it was like, it's like a fast paced beat, but like I just fucked with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I always liked music. So like when I went back over there and I listened to like the grime shit, I fucked with it, you know what I'm saying? Because this rapping is just like a faster pace. If you listen to like the Pop Smoke shit now, the shit that them niggas rap over, that's grime. Like literally that's like the same shit. It just evolved, you know what I'm saying? So like it influenced as far as like being able to like have a different tempo with my raps. You get what I'm saying? Like I can spit fast, I can spit slow. So like fucking with grime, like I used to rap over their beats too, you know what I'm saying? Just because, you know what I'm saying?
Contraband, I don't know. Maybe I'm off base, but it sounds to me, Farmer Beats, they're from the UK, right? It sounds to me very much like a hybrid of that classic New York sound with some grime.
Yeah.
And it's dope, bro, because the lyrics is straight New York, you know what I mean?
Like the intro, when I'm hearing the British chick talking in
there's
the
a lot
beginning,
of
I'm
that.
like, this is real,
look,
like gutter, like English
I
shit.
did that shit purposely because I'm like, it's like, put like this. He's from the UK, I'm from New York, but I have roots in the UK, so it's like, okay, I want to have a lot of, like, I want to kind of display that in a way, you get what I'm saying? Like, take a lot of skits from over there, you know what I'm saying? Throw that on the shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, sample a lot of music that's not from America. You get what I'm saying?
Like,
that
set the tone.
When I put all that shit together in a pot. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like to do shit like that. Hell yeah, because that's what I grew up on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to fucking tape the radio. You get what I'm saying? Like,
a little bit of tissue on the tape.
Yeah, of course.
I might be a little too young for that.
Trust me, bro. I used to tape Hot 97 religiously. Like, that's what I grew up on.
Because like when I put on that project and I heard Shorty talking her shit in the beginning, I'm like, oh, it's game time. Like I was already like, I'm like, this is the ends over here. You know what I mean?
And like it's crazy because like I do a lot of like I throw like a lot of like Easter eggs in my music as far as like little things that I do with like, let's say skits or beat choices that you probably wouldn't pick up on. Like I throw like a lot of fucking like dance hall reggae shit in my shit too, like skits and things like that, because like I'm my family Jamaican also, so I throw that in there also. You know what I'm saying? So like,
It's only right.
yeah,
so
like
you
I
say
try
that
to mix all that shit.
you put a lot of thought into your music. It's not thoughtless
hell
bars.
yeah.
Like, you really
of course,
construct this.
of course.
Like,
It's not just like rhymes over beats and then
right,
that's
thank
it.
you.
Like, nah.
Like
it's a
I
lot
can
of
hear when
extra
I'm
thought.
listening, I'm like, yo, you have like a lot of influences from all sorts of like, different corners of the world and whatnot. What's the influence you would say that like we'd be surprised that like, or something that inspires you that is like, we wouldn't really necessarily think you
That
would.
Rome fuck with that.
I'm inspired by a lot of psychedelic shit. Yeah.
Okay.
hell yeah.
I got a follow up for that.
Like psychedelics, like a lot of like, just like left field, psychedelic shit.
prog-
you get what I'm saying?
like
Like,
prog
rock?
I wouldn't say music,
Okay.
just like
psychedelic
Like-
experience.
like
Types.
psychedelic experiences,
Okay.
and then like sounds. You get what I'm saying?
Bro,
Yeah.
can I
Not
ask you
like
this?
Grateful
I'm sorry.
Dead, but I like their imagery. But just like, no, go ahead.
I hate to cut you off.
No,
I just, but my favorite song on Contraband was "Lick the Toad," and I had to constantly listen. All right, so the first time I heard it, I'm like, okay, this is a song. Is it about a psychedelic experience? And then I was like, no, this is a song about a drug dealer preying on I just there's so many layers to that.
What's the question, Lang?
Would you describe that song? Because I love it so much. Would you describe the theme of that song? Is it just braggadocious, or is there a deeper meaning?
What made me even call it "Lick the Toad"?
Yeah, that's.
Basically,
Thank you for
okay,
finding the
so,
question
like,
that I couldn't find.
that song kind of just reminded me, like, put like this. Majority of my songs aren't like made like, okay, I hit it, be like, okay, I'm gonna make a song like this. Majority, I would say 98% of my songs start out with the first line that you hear me say.
Okay.
That's how the song starts. That's how the idea comes. So it's just like, so put like this.
Yeah.
So put like this. That beat kind of just made me think of like movement. You get what I'm saying? It just sounded like some like nighttime fucking dark, like it just sounded like some dark highway shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's why I started out like on the road with the load. And it was like, okay, so it's like fall into the rabbit hole, go lick the toad. It's like, okay, now come into my world. You get what I'm saying? Like
Alice in
fall
Wonderland.
into the rabbit hole. It's like, okay, dive into what I'm about to show you. Like come to my world. Like
Pull
So
up.
the music is the psychedelic, and we are the fiends that are taking it in.
yeah, at times.
I'm overthinking.
When I feel like
So that leads me to a question, because I was planning on asking you this anyway. When you create, do you sometimes just write and then put it to the beats later, or is it always the beat first that inspires you to like you just said, like you heard the beat and you was like the first line that came out your mind, that's where it started. So like, is that usually how your creative process goes? Or?
It depends. Like if I'm like, you hear this beat right now playing, if I'm like sitting here
By Sin, by the way.
and I'll think of a first line, okay, if it's good enough for me to commit it,
Right.
then that's what I'm saying to this. But then sometimes like there won't be no beat playing. Like I I think of some of my illest like shit in the shower. Because but it's a science to that though. It's a deep science to that. But like with those thoughts, I just come up with lines and shit, and I'll be like, okay, if I hear a dope beat or if I'm about to work on something, then I'd be like, does this go to that? Let me see.
Gotcha.
Majority of my shit can go to anything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
So
the
it's
way
like-
the way the spacing is, the way the pace is, though, it's almost like did he write it to a beat or did he not write it? It lays down almost so perfectly that you would think he wrote it to the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what's funny about my shit? It's like there's no like one way that I make a song. Like I'll be writing a track, like I'll be writing to let's say this beat. I'll write a whole song to this beat and then like spit it to another beat and be like, oh shit, this
Just go even crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like for instance, like 96 Naughty, I didn't even write that song to that beat.
That's crazy.
The reason why I called it 96 Naughty because the original beat was called like Nautica Jacket.
That's crazy.
So like that's what made me.
gems.
So like the first line was like, okay, like Nautica Jacket. I just remembered like, okay, in 96, I remember I had like that Nautica Jacket when I was a kid. Like, I was like, okay,
right.
so that's where that shit, it took me back to there. You get what I'm saying? But then I heard the other beat. I'm like, let me hear how this sounds over something else. Cause I have a ton of beats. I'm like, you know what? Let me rap over this guy's shit today. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this shit sound hard. Oh, it's going to this.
Or like
know
you
what I'm
spit
saying?
like the same verse over like multiple beats to see how you get the vibe off.
Or like sometimes like I just think of like dope shit. I think of like lines. Like sometimes like for a whole month I won't even write bars, like a whole complete rap. I just like I think of like dope ass rhymes and just like write one-liners and shit. So like that's how I never get writer's block. I'd be like, if I feel like I have writer's block, I just like start a rhyme with one of those. Like, okay.
Copy.
You know what I
That's
mean?
dope.
Or
You
I
ever go
just-
off the dome? Like,
Yeah, hell yeah,
Okay.
bro. Yo, listen, bro, before I started writing raps, I was going off the dome. Like, freestyling was it before
the
I
best
even
way.
wrote a rap. Like,
that's real
I would
hip-hop
say
shit.
like a year or two before I even wrote a rap, I was freestyling. So I was freestyling
Word.
for years before I even wrote. So like,
It perfects the craft, man.
I can freestyle like disgustingly. I just don't because it's like
You already got all
my
these
writing is
lines.
more concentrated. If
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't believe in my shit because I do, but it's like if I'm on the spot right now, it's like go freestyle. I could, but if I fuck up, it's like
It messed the vibe up
And
a
then
little
where
bit.
I'm at right now, it's like, yo, I don't wanna like I mean, I'm roam streets to the world. So it's
Right,
like I gotta
you got a lot
play
to
that
lose,
shit.
man.
You
Yeah, I
get what I'm
feel you,
saying?
bro.
So it's
I
like
feel
I'm not one of them niggas that's like, yo, I'm gonna freestyle a whole album.
Nah.
Like no, like I owe like
You got a brand. You got to protect
yeah, it's
that.
like I put it like this, bro. I owe more to hip hop to write because
I
it's
feel
more concentrated. If I just go in there and freestyle, it's like it would just have to be like, yo, that's what I'm doing for this shit.
It'll be
Right.
dope.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna freestyle this, like
not the same
purposely,
post.
and this
Just-
is
just for the
this
hell
is
of it.
like the theme behind it. It's a freestyle thing.
Copy.
You know what I mean? I want to write because writing is like that's the shit that made everybody fuck with me. Like,
So would you say you're more of a writer than a rapper?
I'm both.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, sometimes I don't write raps in that sense. Like, I'll make it up in my head and then I'll just write it so I don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit I made up, like, I just be thinking about it and it's just like an exercise for me. Like, okay, let me see if I could just, like, make a rap without writing it and to see how long I smoke a lot of weed, so I gotta write it. Yo, son, I've lost so much shit
Deadass?
just, like, thinking about it, like, oh, this is fire. And, like, all right. And then just go on with my life like, damn, I forgot that bar. Like, fuck.
Trying to
You know what I'm
recover
saying?
that
Like,
shit.
so I
Brutal.
lost a lot of like fire shit, so I always write it.
I can ask you about because I've had Contraband on heavy rotation. Laced. Was that a song that you wrote on paper before you heard the beat? Did the beat inspire that? It's a really it's a tragic story and an important one and a cautionary tale. Could you just talk about the process of writing that song?
First of all, like, majority of that song is true. It's actually about someone that I know. You get what I'm saying? He's not dead, but it's like literally about somebody. So the process of writing that song, I would say I just heard the beat and I just felt like, you know what, like the beat just like I just felt like, you know what, I gotta give him a story. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanna do some story shit because one, like I remember on the first album I did with Farmer, the Street Pharmacy, I did the crime scene joint. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I gotta re-up and do something for this. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came about. I don't physically write my rhymes. Like, I type them shit to my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I can't remember how I actually like started that. Cause like that album, like I did an interview with Gully TV like last year. Or like maybe it was the year before that. Like, and I had to go like somewhere dumb far. Like, it was me and my man Jamal Gasol. I had to go to Buffalo to meet him.
Damn.
So I had to go from down here to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And then back. So on the way back, I was on like the fucking Greyhound or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just like cook up to this shit. Let me just start this shit. So I can't remember if like I probably wrote like 4 tracks on that that bus ride. I can't remember if I wrote that song on a bus ride or if it was just one of those that I sat down and just put together. But that song is a true story about this kid. When I used to live in Hollis, there used to be this young kid, like they used to just come to my crib and shit. Like my crib used to be like the chill spot. Same motherfucker used to come through, smoke weed or whatever. So he used to be one of the kids or whatever. And he sold me this laptop, like the first like Mac laptop I ever had. Like he sold me that shit, and like I remember like he was like a regular kid, like you know what I'm saying, like a 16-year-old kid, fresh or whatever. You know what I'm saying, just a regular kid at that age. And then I remember like years passed or whatever, I moved to Brooklyn. Like my girl was living in like East Flatbush.
Okay.
And I got off the train and shit. And I seen him, and like he just looked fucked up. I'm like, yo, like what the fuck?
How many years have passed since you had seen him?
Good little minute.
Probably like 4 or 5, right?
Wow. Okay.
And then I'm like, damn, son, like what the fuck happened to son? You know what I'm saying? And I never really got to talk to him. So then I would say like a couple years later and shit, like I moved to the Sty, and then I seen him. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
You seen him again?
Yeah, and then I was like, I seen him, like I was driving by in the car, I seen him and shit. And then one day I was at the store, and then like he just walked up to me like, yo, Rome was good, bro. I'm like, and I was surprised that he remembered me. He's like, yo, son, like, yo, you always had the bar and shit. I'm like, oh, what's up? He's like, yo, I'm like, damn, you good? He's like, yeah, I live at the house, but I just gave him money and shit. So now that I live over there, like I always see him around. But it's like, I smoke a lot of weed. I can't remember if I wrote the song. I probably wrote the song like before I see him now in my neighborhood. Like I see him all the time and shit. You get what I'm saying?
He's still kind of like fucked up.
Yeah, like I think I don't know what the fuck happened to him and shit, but
So
it's
you
crazy.
mentioned
No, go ahead.
Buffalo. I gotta ask the question. How did the connection, Fly God is an awesome guy, got the feature on West Side Guns project? How did that come about?
I could say I met West Side Gun probably like a year and a half before that at a show. You know what I'm saying? I did a show with Benny or whatever, and like we was outside in the back, and like I'm real cool with Tech from Smith & Wesson. He's real cool. He's real cool with West Side Gun and them. So the first actual time I met him was we just in the back just chopping it up. And then I met him in LES at Social Misfits party or whatever, shit called community service. He had just randomly came through. I was just outside smoking weed with my homie and shit. And he just like walked up to me like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? He's like, yo, ain't shit. But like, you know, he's heard my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's heard my shit around. He's like, yo, I heard this shit on DJ Premier. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, one thing about the underground hip-hop shit, it's like a community.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like a community. Like, everybody knows everybody. Even if, like, you never met the motherfucker. Like, everybody's music gets played on the same radio show. Like, if DJ Premier has a show, everybody's tapped into DJ Premier. So at the end of the day, you know he's gonna play some West Side Gun shit, and at the end of the day, he's probably gonna play some Rome Street shit. So West Side Gun listen to shit.
Right.
Most probably gonna hear some Rome Street shit. I've done a lot of shit with like producers that he's fucked with. You know what I'm saying? So like we met and chill, we smoked weed or whatever, and like one of his mans or whatever, the guy who does his art, Don't Watch TV. I'm real cool with him. So like at that time, like we was just outside chilling. And like we just had a conversation. He was like, yo, West, this is Rome Streetz. You know what I'm saying? This is my homie. You know what I mean? And he's real good friends with West Side. So we chopped it up or whatever. We just chilling. And he's like, yo, I fuck with that 96 Naughty shit. DJ Premier played that shit. Yo, I fuck with this shit. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. You know I fuck with your shit. And then, you know, like, it be shows. like the show that he did. Like anytime the motherfuckers do a show in New York, I was always there, you know what I'm saying? Backstage, chopping it up, fucking with niggas. So he always see me. So then he just DM'd me one day on Twitter, like, yo, I got something for you. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send me a number. And then he texted me, he sent me the track. I'm like, okay.
Tapped in.
You know what I mean? I walked to the store. I was with my homie Sauce Heist or whatever. He's at my crib and shit. So, all right. He's like, yo, let's go get something to drink. Went to the liquor store. From walking to the liquor store, back to my crib, I wrote the shit, recorded shit, sent it to him. Like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yo, how long did
Right
that take? That's like 5 minutes.
It be like that, yo.
Nah, that's because you saying that because that's one of the best verses on the project. So it's
Hell
like, that's all
yeah.
it
Yo,
took.
cause yo,
walk to the store?
with me, it's like, yo, I like to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like my pen be having adrenaline.
Copy.
So it's like, okay, oh, this nigga Westside Gun hit me up. He want to feature?
Say
Oh,
less.
this is-
Yeah,
yeah,
you
like
gotta
I'm
show
on
off.
it. Like
You gotta show
I'm not one of them niggas that's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take 2 months to do it. Like,
Right.
nah,
Right. Nah,
I'm
and I
ready
hate
to
them
go
type of
right
niggas.
now.
Like,
Like,
just
you
rap
get what
that
I'm saying? I'm ready to dump right now.
Facts.
Because this is some shit that's gonna really like make an impact.
Yeah, it's gonna
Motherfuckers gonna be like,
permeate.
yo, wow.
So
You know what
first
I mean?
off, I just want to say, weed is the healing of the nation.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Second, Joy Area. Where was that written, bro? That is a
yeah.
that is a cinematic album.
Oh, yeah,
Like, if you close your eyes, listen to the album through,
See
it's
that
like a
shit.
movie, bro. It really,
Okay,
Oh, yeah, it is.
where was
Fire.
that written?
first class.
Okay. Put it like this, right? That album, it's funny how you started that. It was like, your weed is the healing of the nation. Right? Because when I made that album, I wasn't even smoking weed. What? Word. For a whole
Curveball.
year, listen, for a
Wow.
whole year, I wasn't smoking weed because I caught a case or whatever. And I had to, you know what I mean? I had to do drug court. So I couldn't smoke weed or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I had to really just like fly straight for a whole year or else I was gonna go to jail shit.
Bless his soul.
So like with that album, it was produced by the Artivist. The Artivist is like, you know what I mean, like one of my producers or whatever. It's funny because I met him on YouTube like years ago, like before I was even, you know what I mean, lit with the rap shit, when I was just trying to get on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm on, but
Nah,
when
nah,
I was-
nah,
when I
don't-
was-
don't-
your name's
Yeah,
out there.
You got a buzz.
when I was trying to get an audience before I even had one. You get what I'm
Copy. I
saying?
respect
Like
that.
he was a young kid, you get what I'm saying? He was like fucking 14. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I fuck with your shit. Like, yo, can I sign to you? I'm like, sign to me? Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm trying to get niggas to hear my shit. But, you know what I'm saying? I was always rapping like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm better now, but I was always like on this type of shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do an album. And like his beats are very like soulful. You get what
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying?
are.
So it's like I wanted to just do some shit. Like the whole concept of that album was like I wanted to like talk to my younger self. Like now that I'm older, like all the shit that I wish I would have knew then that I knew now that probably would have helped me navigate a little bit better.
A lot of gems.
Like I kind of wanted to do that with that album.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So like that album was just written just all across New York. You know what I'm saying? Just living life. I write in my phone, so I'm always on the go doing shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So the album was just written. I can't
It's
even
funny
tell you
'cause
where I was
that's
at.
how-
You know what I'm saying? I would say
On the go.
I could give you like a story from that album. Like one of the songs that's probably like one of my favorite songs.
Which
up
one?
there, Discretion. It's funny. I was fucking smacked off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was I was drinking Tiger Bone and
Yo,
Hennessy.
I'm dying
Oh,
to
the
try
juice bar
Tiger Bone,
spots.
bro.
Bro, fuck with that.
Yeah?
That shit is
That's what
like
I heard,
hand
bro.
down,
That shit like,
hand
Coach
down.
over
Yo,
there in the
bro,
cut,
that-
like, yeah,
that's-
that shit fat, bro.
What the fuck is
now,
telephone?
now, homies, like, be careful, though.
That shit is an experience. So like I remember like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Gotta look
that
this
was
up
a
now.
time where like
Facts.
like my girl, whatever, she was like, my girl's like the CEO of this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
They usually are.
yeah,
Shout out
like
to
yo,
them.
son, it'd
Shout
be like,
out
you know,
to
the
behind
ladies.
everybody China Street, like behind every like great man is a great woman. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
So it's
fact.
like a lot of the time before anything even goes out the door, it's like, yo, babe, you fuck with this? It's like, yeah, I fuck with this.
Best
So
interest.
it's, and it's because it's like a lot of like this underground shit, like this boom bap shit. I don't even like to call it boom bap, but it's just something to generalize it real fast.
Shin,
So,
shut up.
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck outta here, nigga.
No,
You fried. You call boom bap all the time, nigga.
I call it boom bap because I'm forced to.
Yeah, it's just because everybody understands.
So what do you refer to it
Fuck
as
you
rap when
talking
you're not
about?
referring to it as boom
A
bap?
hip hop.
The fuck out of here.
All right.
It's just
Yo,
rap.
bro,
It's
bro,
hip-hop.
I'm sorry.
He's friend.
hip-hop.
Please continue.
So put like this. A lot of the people that consume this type of shit is mostly males. It's mostly niggas that like this shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if my girl likes it, then it's gonna fly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Avid hip-hop
So
head.
it's like, my girl's like, yo, son, one thing that will make your shit iller is like if you just, you know what I'm saying, like have more emotion in your shit. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas are underground, there's no emotion in that shit. There's no feeling. It's just
rap.
bars and
That's
just
very true.
hardcore.
Don't I talk about that shit all the
machismo
time, bro?
all the
That's very
time.
true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of got to deliver it a different way. So with that song was like me delivering it, because that song is about some real shit. It's about real feelings. You get what I'm saying? It's about real thoughts, emotions, and feelings.
Right.
So I was off the Tiger Bone and the Hennessy. when I recorded
Tiger
that
Bone
shit, bro.
and Hennessy.
I was fried chicken off of that shit, bro.
Weed.
And
I
I
gotta do something.
yeah,
You gotta
bro.
do something,
And
man.
it's funny because I was in the program and it's like, yo, I was getting piss test 3 times a week. So it's like I had to figure out how like
I get that twist
maneuver
on, you know what
off
I'm
the
saying?
liquor. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but like I recorded that particular song, smacked off of that, and it came out very dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, but you
Fuck.
dope. You don't need nothing else, bro.
Nah, but
listen, bro, I'm
sometimes,
always
you
trying to
know, the
improve
liquor
though.
gets out the
You get what I'm
emotion.
saying? Like,
Mix
yo,
that
the
helps.
job is never finished, bro. It's never done, bro. Job is never finished.
So
Kobe
let
style.
me hold on. Let
Word.
me just
I
ask
guess, I
something
guess.
real quick. Because I know you're very confident in your pen for 2 reasons. One, because I hear your music. You know what I mean? But 2, like right now, you're like, yo, but I owe this to hip hop because I'm nice like that. So because you said you started, in your teens, maybe 14. But when was the first time that you like really thought to yourself, like it hit you, like, yo, I'm nice. Like niggas ain't fucking with me. I'm nice.
Great question.
I put it like this. I always felt that was nice.
Copy.
I always felt
Got
that was
to.
nice.
I
From
like
the
that.
first rap.
If you ever wrote a rap, you know what he's talking
The
about.
thing that made me rap was like, yo, I'm in school. Yeah, I'm in high school and shit. And then like one day I just go to the lunchroom and I see everybody who I'm in class with, these niggas at the table rapping and shit. I'm like, oh, they battling. So I'm like, oh, okay, y'all niggas rap? Word? I'm listening to that shit.
Trash.
And then like I hear them like they alright, but then like they're stealing bars from niggas, from like rappers. You know how some like, and I listen to a lot of rap. So like back then they'll steal a rhyme from a song that they think nobody heard. But I'm like, yo, I listen to shit.
A lot of people did that with cannabis, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then this was around that cannabis time.
I'm telling you.
So
A lot of
I mean,
people cheated the
It's like
game.
early 2000s and shit. So I'm like, oh, this what y'all niggas doing? Fuck that, bro. I could do this. What y'all do? Let me see if I could do this shit. So I went home, wrote my shit, came back, and I smoked them niggas. So I'm like, okay, I'm nicer than y'all.
Go.
And my rap was dope. So I'm like, okay, I always had that confidence behind my shit because it was like I was competing with my first rap. It wasn't just like, hey, I just writing a rap.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right? No,
That's
like
interesting.
I came to war with that first rap that I ever wrote.
So I
and
gotta
I
keep it
won.
up.
So it's
Not
like,
for
okay,
nothing.
cool. So then like one other thing was like, okay, after that was like the first year. After that year was when I got shipped to London.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? So I didn't really get, like that first year of me rapping, I didn't even really get to like branch out into the city with my shit.
Damn,
I was
bro.
just in school.
You don't. I know you
Yeah,
was
I mean,
sick, man.
so
No,
it
but
was
the
like-
lunch table is important, bro.
Yeah,
It
the
is.
lunch table was
You gotta
important.
find
That's where you hone the craft.
Like, cause put like this, once you conquer that one lunch table, that one little cipher in the lunch table, and like I was in 9th grade. So it was like, okay, that was just one little cipher of the 9th graders and probably an 8th grader. There was probably 10th graders, 11th, 12th
Yeah.
graders that was rapping too.
Yeah,
So it's like you
small
kind of
ranks.
gotta bounce around now. And then outside of school was the neighborhood.
Different lunch
So
periods.
you get what I'm saying? It was like, exactly.
It's like a video game.
Cook
You gotta
them
go
all,
through the
like
levels.
Exactly.
Pokemon. Cook 'em
So
all.
I didn't really I excelled through the levels. Okay, the 9th grade, like nobody in my grade could fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? Then it was like other niggas probably like a grade above that heard me, was like, okay, he nice. But then I got shipped off to London. So now when I go to London and shit, that kind of just like, it made me rap more because that's the shit that reminded me of home. Cause like, I was kind of like upset, quote unquote, depressed and sad. Like, damn, son, I'm
homesick.
You know what I mean? I was 14. That's like when you first getting into your shit. That's when you
Facts,
first jumping off the porch, doing your little thing, having your girlfriend running around, smoking weed. So I was just getting into my shit. And then it's like, you realize and like, oh shit, I live in New York. So it's like, okay, let me like start running around and shit. You get what I'm saying?
different vibe,
Yeah,
y'all.
it's like, okay, let me start running around. So like that little first year of me running around, I got in trouble. Like my mom was like, whoa. Get the fuck
Get him
out
out of here.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I didn't really get to experience it. So once I'm out there in London, it's like the only thing that reminded me of home was like rapping. Like, okay, I want to rap. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just a thing. You get what I'm saying? And then when I started going to school over there, like, it's funny, niggas, like, they knew I was. The first day I got there, everybody knew I was coming. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, you're the kid from America. I'm like, how the fuck y'all know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy.
It's a different world over
Yeah,
there,
it's a
bro.
different world because, like, at the time when I was in New York, like, we was running around. That's when we first started smoking weed. Like, my friends are stealing their parents' cars and shit. Like, we first started fucking
in the
around
US
with
He
life.
guns
missed the
and shit.
whole
It's like,
GTA era.
yeah,
Facts.
we was
your
wild, you know what I'm
teenagehood.
saying? So, no, but then when I go to London, I'm more turned up than them. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Because
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
it's like, yeah, I
Different
rap.
energy over there.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I rap. They're like, oh, where'd you rap? I'm hearing them rap, and they're just like primitive. They hear me rapping. They're like, oh my God, you're a
Yo,
god.
nigga said
Like,
primitive.
everybody just like looking at me like, oh my God, you're just a god with this shit. So that boosted my
Jay-Z.
confidence. Yeah, so everywhere I went, it's like, oh, listen to him rap. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and it's
crazy.
in London.
Nah, rap
And
is
the thing
powerful,
is,
bro.
It is, man. It
I
touches
was
the soul.
always, it's like I was going to school out there, but then in the summertime, I would come back to New York. So that first year, me being in London, killing niggas with my raps, like they bringing me, oh, battle him. I'm just, no one could fuck with
Cooking
me over
niggas.
there.
Right.
And I was a kid. I was like 14.
Like LeBron in high school.
And my cousin was 24. My cousin was 24, and his friend had a studio, but they was in their 20s, and I was a teenager, so I was fucking with them. And they was bringing me around, like, listen to him rap, and I was cooking niggas from then. So that boosted my confidence. So when I went back to New York in the summertime, that was when like Smack DVD and all that shit started
Oh,
coming out.
yes.
Yeah.
New York
Oh,
summers,
yes.
y'all.
Look,
The smack era.
That's when I started running around the city, and then I was battling niggas, and I was cooking niggas then. So like, yeah, I always been nice. From a teenager, I always been nice.
When I started.
That's when my
yo,
confidence
shout
came
to
from.
Coach,
I
man.
always been nice. You get what I'm saying? I everywhere I
Nah,
went.
he's not lying though. Nice
I've
rappers
been
always
dope,
been
bro.
nice.
Yo, I went back. I went. I went
It's a
back.
gift.
I
It's
went
a
back to the
gift, man.
to the 2016 project, bro. It's been
It's
nice
crazy,
since you
but
started.
I have,
First really
listen,
got the shot,
I have
right?
shit out there from before. Go on my SoundCloud page. I got shit that I done deleted, but
SoundCloud.
this shit, go to SoundCloud, bro. This shit on there.
But yo, let me ask you
smoke.
this. Like you mentioned boom bap and not liking to call it that earlier.
Hip-hop.
And the fact that like this sound, they try to front like it's not valid. We see where hip hop is on a commercial level. Do you ever feel like any pressure to divert from your sound and do some shit that's popular?
No, because
Good answer.
I used to like, bro. I used to do that. I used to like do trap music. I used to play my hand in it because like I used to run around the parties. Like I mean,
Right.
like before I was lit with the rap, like I used to be in all the parties in Brooklyn and all that shit. So like that music is like an influence. So it's like, okay, if you performing it, like, okay, yo, Rome, you rap. Yo, you can perform tonight. If you performing in a fucking party when niggas is jumping off the couch and shit, you kind of gotta give them some of that
jumping,
element.
kinda what they
You
want,
get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah, I can rap like this, but if I'm in a party and then they fucking playing all sorts of ASAP Rocky and Gold All in My Chain, and they cut all that shit off. They cut all that shit off to be okay. Yeah, Rome Streetz about to rap.
Like, here this nigga go.
gotta
Yeah, I
have
can
something in
rap
the
like
chamber.
this, But at the end of the day, I kind of gotta give him that too.
You gotta
You
give
get
people
what
what
I'm
they
saying?
want.
So like, I could do that. I used to fuck with that just to, you know
Have
what I
it in the
mean?
chamber.
Get in there because you gotta understand, like, you gotta put fucking sugar in the medicine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I used to rap like that a little bit and mix it in with this. But then it was like, yo, I was getting further with this. 'Cause at the end of the day, everybody, like, you don't have to be good to make a music
Hell
like
no.
that. It's like, yo, I've been rapping for years, I'm nice. But then it's like, okay, I kind of got to alter my shit to do that. It's like, dumb it down.
Yeah.
A nigga could be like, yo, start rapping tomorrow and then make a hit song like that dumb it down shit. Anybody could do that.
You know why niggas fuck
Look,
with you, man.
anybody could do that, but not everybody could do this.
That's true.
So at the end of the day, if I just go hard and perfect the shit that niggas can't do, I'ma shine. It's like, what's the fucking point of trying to be a goldfish in a fucking ocean and goldfish? When I can do
climb up
this
to
and be the whale. I
Yo-
can be the whale in this shit. You
Yo,
know what I'm
Ro,
saying?
I settle a dispute between me and Sincere the Rap Snob here. Is trap music hip hop?
It's a form of it, but it's its own thing.
That's what
Like
we've been telling
put it
this
like this. If you having a conversation with me and you be like, he does trap, he does hip hop, I'm gonna understand what you're saying. But to
Half
the
and half.
average, to the casual motherfucker, they not gonna get it. Trap is hip hop, but is metal rock?
Yes.
a form of.
Okay.
It's a subgenre.
That's the same shit. Trap is a subgenre
Right.
of rap.
And as rock
hip-hop.
grew, their subgenres emerged and didn't sound like other subgenres.
See, but-
and hip hop is growing in much the same way that rock did.
Here's
Let the
my
rap
thing.
snob get over.
Here's
Go
my
ahead,
thing. Here's
nigga.
my
Talk to
thing.
him.
Because I've been trying to make this point on the table for a second, and I never found like the right time to like say it.
Let me get the drop
on
ready
wax.
for this nigga.
But you remember like in the 80s when like metal, like hair metal took over hair rock? That's what I
I'm saying
feel
that's
trap
not my
is.
era.
All right, nah, I feel you. But y'all remember,
bro.
do y'all
That's
remember
crazy,
in the
bro.
80s when it like there was a lot of hair metal like Poison and Rat and all them bands?
Sure.
That was rock.
Right.
That you understand my point. Get out of here.
Continue.
Proceed.
Get there.
Anyway, so that's what I feel trap is in the hip hop scene, right? Because hair metal had its popular run, but when we look back on it, we're like, yo, what was they doing? Like this wasn't like
But
the
trap been
quality
here,
shit.
bro.
But
Trap
yo,
ain't going nowhere.
you know where it gets the lines get blurred? Because some artists are subgenre fluid. Them
Yeah,
niggas
nah, I
that give
agree
you
with that.
them
Yeah,
niggas that give you
like
an album
Drake.
and they have everything on it.
Right.
They have a trap, they have a boom bap,
Drake,
they have a
Big
fucking
Sean.
drill, they have
Yeah.
a sing-songy joint. So now when you
Right.
talk, if you just listen to that shit and you talk to that nigga and it's like, yo, is it a subgenre? It's like, no, it's all one thing.
But though-
because I could jump in every
Yeah.
bag, and when I give it to you, I'm a hip hop artist.
But listen, that's why I love music, because I could fuck with Rome Streetz. I know what Rome Streetz is going to give me, but I'm in a different mood. I could fuck with Young Thug, a little baby.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, it just depends on what the vibe is. You know what I'm
But,
saying?
here's what the
course.
Drake
Nah,
is
but the
doing.
essence
Drake
is
is
the
doing
essence,
that.
bro.
Yeah, talk to me.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying. The essence is the essence.
Listen,
But what
the
I'm
essence is the
saying,
essence,
what
but
Drake does-
branched out.
What Drake does by giving you all those multiple tracks is that you can gravitate to the one you want. You know what I'm saying? So you always have a selection. It's like eating at a buffet. And let's say people gravitate to the trap ones. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he'll make more trap ones than opposed to people
But
listening to more
that's
hip
the
hop
thing
ones to
about-
make more
that's the
hip
thing
hop
about-
ones.
Amigos?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, yo, let me say this one thing though.
But that's
Like,
the thing about the streaming era. The streaming era allows dudes to do that because they'll pick 3 or 4 songs out of a whole album and like run that up, and then the whole album goes platinum just because they running up those 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
but I understand Drake because you gotta look at the playlist era now. Playlisting is like, yo, it's so many different vibes on this one playlist. If you an artist that can give your listener every vibe, you can be on 1,000
Kill that
different
shit,
fucking
son.
playlists.
Right.
But put it like this, even with me, right? Like, I try to give you different vibes on every song. If you listen to one of my albums, like, I try to give you different vibes, different tempos, different feelings. You get what I'm saying? It's not just like this shit down one vein. Like, yes, boom bap, but I give you different bounces. I give you different feelings. I give you different angles.
Everywhere.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm still everywhere within this subgenre of hip hop, but you get what I'm saying? Like I could do trap songs, I could do all that, but personally, like before I even got to where I was with this shit and just trying to just pick up pointers and tips and shit, motherfuckers be like, yo, you gotta find your target audience. You understand what I'm saying?
Manager talk.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, so I thought about it, like, yo, if I'm trying to make a everything song, like if I'm trying to put out a tape and then make this type of song to fuck with this person, this, like, I'm not actually targeting an audience.
Right.
I'm spreading myself too thin. You get what I'm saying? I'm doing one type of song for every genre, but if this one catch, this might not be the fucking shit that I want to jump into. So it's like now it's like, damn, I made a sing-songy ass song and that's not really my
That's not
lane.
my bag,
but now
yeah.
niggas caught on to it, so now I'm the sing-songy
I gotta do
nigga.
that.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what? My target audience is the niggas like me. On a 98, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to make the music that I would listen to if it wasn't me making it.
Oh,
You get what I'm
And that's
saying?
the way it should be.
Yeah.
Bars.
So now I just like, you know, this is what the fuck I'm gonna do. Cause I'm gonna keep it 1,000. And a lot of niggas may not even admit to it. I always been rapping like this. Like, you see that I've Been Through Mad Shit album? I didn't know nothing about underground rap. The only nigga I knew was Action Bronson.
Okay.
And even when I made that album, I was listening to fucking like majority of shit I was listening to was like ASAP Rocky and like
Well, they
Chief
was popping,
because
yeah.
that was the only thing that was out. I didn't even know niggas was rapping like that.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I want to make an album like this. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is like, because the
vibe.
tape that I put out before was an everything joint.
Right.
The Rolling Stone shit, if you go on my SoundCloud, you can hear it. But it was like an everywhere joint. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? This is what the fuck I want to do right now. So if you listen to I've Been Through Mad Shit, that's the zone I was in. After I made that, somehow I found out about this underground shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was always running around Brooklyn in the parties, at block parties. I went to a block party in Bushwick, and like I heard, like, I didn't even know who they was. I heard Conway, he was there. He was rapping.
Oh,
shit. I'm like,
word?
oh shit, that nigga's nice. That was the year Jadakiss and them niggas was there. I'm like, okay, that was dope.
Okay.
And then like, cause I'm an artist trying to get on, I'm into the blogs.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on these blogs, trying to figure it out. And I keep seeing these niggas. I'm like, okay. Griselda, I'm like, who are these guys? You know what I'm saying? They got signed. I'm like, I never heard them. So I'm like, okay, one day, let me press play. You know what I mean? I went on SoundCloud, heard some shit. I didn't like it. I'm like, that shit's mad slow. Like, I didn't get it.
Dude.
A lot of the shit that I love, I didn't like the first time. I didn't like MF Doom when I heard it the first time.
I don't like MF Doom.
I love
big
that
fan of
nigga,
Doom.
bro. That nigga's
Yo,
a god.
a lot of
You watch
people
your
love
mouth,
that.
bro. You watch your
Overrated.
So, like,
Overrated.
You watch your mouth, bro.
Overrated.
Nah, he's
lot of
ill,
people
bro.
do love Doom.
It's like he's
Hey,
in a
man,
quiet
listen.
taste. He's in a quiet taste.
Playing my
Coach
flag.
ain't trying to hear it.
Playing my
Yo,
flag.
look, I say all
trying to
that
hear
to
it.
say, right?
Hey, Josh ain't trying to hear it either.
Yo, shots fired.
Josh running the show ain't trying to hear it either.
I say all that to
Yo,
say,
I might need to hold that L, man.
somehow I found, I just like,
that was a
I
moment.
found like some West Side Gun shit or just like some shit that I just liked. Like one day I was in the park doing pull-ups and that shit just came on. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, it might have been like, I think it was the song, it was the Rex Ryan joint with West Side Gun, Conway, and Rock Marciano. I'm like, yo, what
Spitters.
the?
Rock
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy. Like that was like the first time I like
That's the
really.
best feeling in hip hop.
Bro, that was like the
moment right
first
there.
time I really ever heard Rock Marcy, all that shit. I'm like, oh, niggas is rapping.
Spit and spit.
So
Yo,
once I
rapping.
start researching, I'm like, oh, these niggas putting out.
it's
I'm like,
out
oh, these
there,
niggas
bro,
putting
yeah.
out current shit. I'm
right.
like, oh, all right. I'm on shit now.
yeah.
Boom. That's when I really started. I'm like,
Yo.
okay, there's a whole world. That's when I just like dove into it. It's like a rabbit hole.
Right.
I started listening to that shit, and then I found out like, yo, it's a whole world of niggas.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what? All right.
Say less.
Not for
Say
nothing,
less.
but,
It's like, yo, that shit reminded me of the table in high school.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. All y'all niggas is over here? I'll be right back. That's, and then I
Rock-
came back with that
Wow,
shit.
that's the
You know what I'm
essence,
saying?
man.
Rock
dope.
Marciano deserves his flowers.
Yeah.
Because the whole underground scene that you're talking about right now, I feel like a lot of it, the vast majority of it stemmed from Rock Marciano. After he left Flip Mode Squad and kind of like, you know, took a hiatus. He came back in like 2007, like 2010, somewhere around there. And a lot of the sound that you hear now stemmed from Rock Marciano and what he did. And people wasn't paying attention at the time, but now people are like going back and doing the knowledge now.
Planted a seed.
Shouts to
It's
Rock
crazy
Marciano.
because I'm real late to that whole shit. Like the first time I really heard rock was in like 2016, 17. Matter of fact, it was 7. It might have been like the end of 16, 17.
He had put out like 5 projects.
Like that was the first time I heard Griselda, all that shit. I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy. But it's funny. The first mixtape I ever recorded was on. I recorded that shit in his building, 100 Terrace.
Word?
In Hempstead, yeah, because
Rock's building?
yeah, hell yeah, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know till like recently. Oh, he's from over there. It's crazy because like I lived in Long Island too for mad years. You know what I'm saying? Right before I moved to Brooklyn and shit. So fucking, it's funny because I used to like dig like. It was a time when like around like 2007, 2008, I was into Jay Dilla a lot. That was like when I first found
Sitting
out.
next to the right dude.
Listen, bro,
Hey,
that
God
was
bless
when
him,
I
Jay.
first found out about Jay Dilla.
Jay
That was
Dilla
when
the
I
God.
first found out about Doom, Madlib, all that shit. So I used to like rap over their beats. Because majority of motherfuckers back then, everybody was listening to G Unit, Max B, Dipset.
Word,
So
word.
like,
I'm
and
niggas.
no. Good vibes. No, look,
That's a
me
fact.
too.
That's a
I'm
fact.
niggas too. Trust me, I'm a.
Yo, I'm niggas
Bro,
too.
listen, bro, listen.
We all niggas here. What you mean, bro?
I can recite Dipset mixtape word for word, like every song back. You know what I mean? But I say that to say like that's when everybody was on that, and like everybody who rapped in the hood was like going to the studio, burning CDs and shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a fact.
so
You know
back
my
then,
life, bro.
so
Hell
back
yeah.
then, I used to rap over Dilla shit, Doom shit, Madlib shit. So when I pull up on my burnt CD, niggas never even heard the beats before. They're like, yo, what the
What
fuck
is
is
this?
this?
This is amazing.
Yo, this
songs.
is your own
Who
shit.
made this?
Yeah, exactly. So like to
My
niggas,
shit.
it's like, yo, that's like original shit.
Yeah.
Because
Word,
everybody else is pulling up, they rapping over fucking
Every
pop
hood we go-
champagne and all that shit.
And
You know what
nobody
I'm
knows
saying?
the beats you
Yeah,
rapping
nobody
on.
knows that shit.
That's
That's
a
like
fact.
boutique rap. So like I say that to say like I always been like a nigga like this, rapping like this, and feeling like yo, I'm fire. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But I never really had the outlet. I didn't know that this underground rap shit was going on until 2017. You and motherfuckers would be like, I read interviews and they write articles about me, like, yo, inspired by this and that. Like, yo, I never even heard these niggas. Bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
yo,
That's that journalist shit. They just start
real
like
shit. And there's no
connecting
connection,
dots
niggas,
that
bro.
aren't
Like,
even there, bro.
yeah, bro, I was
shit.
chewing niggas. Like I was already,
Hey, yo.
yo, son. It's funny because I was the nigga that just be outside like, yo, niggas rap. Oh, niggas rap. Nah, them niggas trash, bro. Listen to this. Drrr. Like outside on the street, wherever niggas be like, yo, my man Rome rap, so he body y'all niggas. So I always been like this. You get what I'm saying? So it was just. Once I found out about the underground shit, it was just a new arena. It's like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I was inspired
arena
by
to conquer.
any of these
Just new
motherfuckers.
battleground.
And then once I got in, all the niggas who I was like, okay, like I fucked with Rock, like, oh, this nigga's ill. I fucked with West Side Gun, and once I met these niggas, it's like, yo, I fuck with you. It was like, oh, okay, like, all right.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I always been on some beast mode shit.
All right, so last question for you.
We got time for one more.
Keep it going, bro. I love
Alright.
doing interviews, bro.
All right. Nah, because I just want I know he's the timekeeper over here, but
The timekeeper.
but I just because I need to know because I know you have something in the works with DJ Muggs. Is that correct?
Oh, well, I did not know that.
Oh
Word.
yes. Oh yes.
Holy shit.
Oh
So
yes.
can you give us a little
Taste.
Yeah,
Little
man.
taste, little
It's coming out in
sneak
February.
peek? February.
Okay.
It's called Death and the Magician. It's
Say that again?
It's called Death and the Magician.
Okay.
It's funny now that you asked about that. I have another answer to one of the questions that you had asked about.
You talking me, brother?
Yeah.
Which
You
one?
was like, name something that you probably be like interested in or inspired by that people probably wouldn't know. So like
But that was sincere.
The
But that's
tire-
cool.
Oh my bad.
It don't matter who
It don't
Dog,
matter.
I'm
It don't
fucking
matter.
with you. Yo, I'm the nigga that
we all-
does that
we're
on the
all one.
show.
We
We're
smoke,
all
bro.
one.
We got
It's all
that's our
love,
reason.
bro.
So
We
look,
smoke.
look, right? So like I fuck with like I like the images on tarot cards, right? Like I was like like one day I just seen them shits, was like, yo, those are dope. And then I started like really like researching them shit, like what does that mean? And then like I really got into like the meaning and shit. So like that album is kind of like has that intertwined with it. You get what I'm saying? And it like I really fuck with that shit. Like
My girl's
just-
really into that. all
Yeah,
that
like
too, so
like I don't know how to do it or nothing, but
Right.
I just like how the cards look, and then I like the meanings behind it and how they can apply to your everyday life.
They're artful. I give
Yeah,
it that.
exactly.
Interesting.
So like with that album, like the title is based on that, and like some of the songs are, and just like the way things came about with that shit, like it's really fucking supernatural, bro. Like so that album is crack,
Looking
bro.
forward
It's
to
coming
that.
out
be looking out
February.
for that.
It's called Deaf and the Magician.
That's
And they already told he
I'm
already
excited,
exposed the title, so I'll talk about it. I'm
a
a
fire
real top
title.
secret nigga, like, you know what I mean?
Not for nothing.
You
That
got that
was
nugget,
my
though.
question. I was asking what's coming up for 2021, but
Oh,
he just answered it.
I
That's
just-
beautiful.
Deaf and the Magician
I
with
just pulled
DJ
the rug from
Muggs.
under you.
Yo,
Yes.
Rome, we appreciate
in.
you making
Yes.
the time
Thank you
to
for
come
having
on
me.
here,
Thank you
being
for
a
having
fire guest. You are
Yeah,
welcome.
dope. You
are
were
welcome to
awesome,
come back.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Whenever.
having me, bro.
I'm sorry,
It's
Joe.
funny because I don't, man, I'm mad that the shit is over.
Can
got
I
more
can I
shit
just
to
say
do.
can I just say something? Like, you know, a lot of times you meet niggas like, you know, they doing their thing or whatever, you know, you vibe with them, maybe you have a little drink with them. You know, I was pleased to meet Rome because I'm a fan, but after vibing with him a little bit, you know, he's a stand-up brother,
I
you know.
appreciate that, bro.
So
Yes, sir,
listen, you
man.
know you a friend of the round table. Anytime you want to promote something,
Yeah, man.
please hit us up. We're always happy to have you, bro.
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna just
sir.
email
Appreciate
Coach.
it.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate
Hey, shout out to Coach, man. That's the homie.
In the back.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for having me.
Quick 16?
I mean, that's up to Rome. I ain't gonna put that
Hey.
You
pressure
want
on
a
him.
16,000?
I mean, this ain't no
Over
free
this
show.
beat,
I
that'd
mean,
be beautiful. It's a tough
One
beat.
that I have. You know what I mean? All right. A lot of raps, man. A lot of raps.
A lot of
man.
raps.
A lot of raps. And then it be, if you know what it is sometimes with these freestyles? Like, now, before I used to just have like a book full of rhymes. And now it's like when I write rhymes, there are 4 things.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
Gotcha.
now it's like, okay, what rap do I spit?
That won't be.
That won't give it away too
Yeah.
much. But that's still here. You know what I'm saying? So I might have a rap. Let me see.
Rap round table.
I actually, like, you know what I mean? I'm a realist, bro. I actually gotta look
The
up.
Nah,
and see if
I feel
got a
you.
rap.
Because that's the exact same way I would think too. It's like I don't want to give too much away of what I'm about to do, what I'm about to, you know.
But you
put
know
out.
what? I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all niggas, bro. I'm a freestyle.
Oh shit.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
here we go.
Let's go.
Here we
want
The
go.
Rap
beat?
Roundtable.
You want this beat? Hey yo, on the rap round table, talking that shit, doing it slick. Sometimes niggas ain't able. Niggas get on the microphone and they spit fables. A lot of lies. They fuck up after they 14th try, but not I. I do the shit on the fly and catch it smooth like Jeter.
Let's go.
It doesn't even matter if it's trash or the beat is
Come
a
on.
heater. Motherfucker, I be in the 2-seater. Yeah, the Benz with no back seat. Hopping
Rap
out the black Jeep with the
Roundtable.
black heat on another day. All these niggas talk, but I don't care. Sometimes when I was young, I didn't listen to what my mother say. I caught the rhyme still. Back in the day, back in the hood, I used to hand in hand with the pills for the deals, cheap thrills, catching felonies, doing dumb shit. Now I don't steal. Yeah, I just rap over instrumentals and go mental, bitch nigga. I don't need a pencil. Sit back, not eating fennel. Yeah, I like the motherfucking steak medium rare, cause if it's well done, you can get it out of there.
go.
My girl talking about vegan shit. But fuck that, I like the lamb and the jerk chicken, bitch. Real shit, I ain't playing. Yeah, I'm too
Streetz.
short to die at the weigh-in. You know what I'm saying, and you probably see it like a closed caption. I'm in the level that they wanna be it, but fuck that, nigga. All action, no talk is what I'm bringing. Yeah, going back over the track, nah, I'm not singing.
Yeah.
Yo, Rome.
Easy money.
Streetz, motherfucker.
Ball work.
Applaud
man.
this man.
Expert ball work right there.
Off the dome.
Yo, thanks so much, man. You've been a very generous
Happy
guest.
to
We
have you,
appreciate you,
bro.
bro.
Anytime, bro. Listen.
And you know we all fans,
Thank
and
you
our
guys
listeners
for
are
having me,
fans
man.
also.
That's the thing about this pod. Like we're rap fans.
Nah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
dope, bro.
At the end of the
I
day.
appreciate it, bro. I like the questions. You know what I mean? Because sometimes a motherfucker be like, yo, come to my show. And they'll just ask you, they'll be like, yo, where you from? What's your top
Well, they're them
five?
whack ass podcasts.
Like, yeah, you know, like, they'll just ask you generic questions that
Yeah.
everyone will ask. And it's like,
Facts.
yo, bro, like, talk about the music, bro. Like, don't have me sitting here for a whole hour and you ask me about other rappers. You get what I'm saying? Like, you see other shit
That's
like
how-
that.
that's
How
how
do you
big
feel
that
about
rappers in the
this
back-
new album? And
how
then we
big
talk
that
about the
rap
whole
is.
shit for an hour,
talk
and you
rap.
don't even know what, you know what I mean? Like,
It's a
what's
waste of
going
time.
on with it. So it's like, yo, I appreciate just the questions, man. You know what I'm saying?
You
'Cause,
like
doubt,
Everlast's debut album?
you know what?
It's underrated. I
You know
would
what
say.
though? Jump Around was a classic hit.
Ah, that's hey, see?
And it's crazy
See?
because DJ Muggs made that beat.
That's it.
sir.
That's it. That's what we call
You know what I mean?
full circle. My
You
nigga.
see that?
Yeah.
It's real. It's, yo, and yo, can I, before we go,
Yes.
can I just say something? And it was like,
Sure.
like full circle moments are like really crazy. Like they happen a lot with me in hip hop, but like it's crazy like when I give that to someone else. And it's like, yo, I feel like I'm still on a discovery. Like, you know what I mean? From the out, I was telling my friend the other day, like, motherfuckers be like, I pull up and they be like, yo, I'm with Rome Streetz. I'm like, yo, I don't even know how this shit look from the outside.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm still me. I'm
Right.
still doing regular shit.
You still the same.
I'm still
nigga.
doing the same shit I was doing before, like, motherfuckers look at me like Rome
All this
Streetz,
shit
right?
Kicked off.
So I was in LA the other day, right? Fucking with Muggs or whatever. And like, I'm like, yo, I need somebody to film some shit. So I hit up my homie from out here, but he was in LA and he fucks with like ASAP and them, right? So I'm like, yo, where you at? I need somebody to film shit. He's like, yo, I'm in a meeting, but I'm gonna send somebody. So he sent like, he's like, I'm gonna send my little homie. So he sent like one of his mans or whatever, like he's a young kid or whatever. So he came through. He's like, oh, I introduced it to him. We came to the studio. Mug's studio looks crazy. It looks really crazy. So I'm like, yo,
I
you
would
know where
think
you at?
so.
He's like, nah. I'm like, yo, you never heard of Soul Assassins? He's like, yo, I know Soul Assassins, DJ Muggs. I'm like, yo, hell yeah. He's like, so he's chopping up with Muggs. He's like, yo, this is crazy. He's like, and then he asked Muggs, he's like, yo, do you know Esteban? You know Esteban, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he shoots the photos. Like he shot the LA photo and all that shit. Like all that shit.
Oh, yeah,
He-
yeah.
It's
There's
crazy.
a documentary about
Yeah,
him.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
He directed one of my videos. Low
Which
key.
one?
That's fine.
No, the one that's coming out for the album.
Oh.
And that's some shit that motherfuckers don't know. So y'all got the
New
exclusive.
shit.
So anyway, you know what I mean? And shout out to
The
Brandon.
Rap
He's the
Roundtable.
videographer. So he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Brandon was talking to DJ Muggs. He was like, yo, son, he's like, yo, do you know Esteban? And Muggs is like, of course. I gave him his first fucking job. He's like, yo, that's crazy. He's like, yo, my sister, he's like, yo, when I was 6 years old, my sister gave me Esteban's book. And that's the shit that inspired me to do photography.
Yo, dope.
And then he's
Said
like,
work,
and then
bro.
he's like, yo, that inspired me to do photography. And it's like, now I'm here with the guy who gave him his first job, who inspired him to be a photographer.
Full circle.
full
So I'm like, yo,
full
yeah,
circle.
that shit just came full circle. I don't even feel like I'm the rapper that, like, before I was a rapper, what I look at rappers as. Like, oh, shit, I want to be a rapper. Like, I don't even feel like
No,
I'm
you're
there
right
yet.
At home.
No, but look,
you're right where you belong.
I don't even feel like I'm there yet, even if I may be. But for me to give someone else a moment where they shit came full circle within this music shit already, it's like, it's big for me. You get what I'm saying? So
Down to
this
story.
DJ Muggs album is some real shit.
We can't wait for it, man. We got a lot of
We'll
love
be
for you,
on
bro.
deck.
Just a lot of ill moments just happen
We'll be
within.
quoting your lyrics.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I appreciate
Rome
you guys,
Streets,
bro.
ladies and gentlemen.
Rome
Streets.
Stream
96,
them
know you gonna
wherever
break
you
this
get
shit.
your music. Look them up on social media. You want to plug that real quick?
Yo, look me up, man. Rome Streetz, ROMESTREETZ.
One of the
Rome
nicest niggas in New York City. The nicest
sir,
nigga.
man.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go ahead and
City.
say the
Yes,
nicest.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well,
For real,
we'll
for
go ahead
real,
and
man.
say that.
Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
Yo,
That's
shout
what I've been waiting for all
Yo,
night. That
this
line right
time
there.
next year, listen, man. I'm gonna be talking some shit.
It's a
man.
wrap.
He's out of there.
Shit, man.
We having you back.
Lord, this man.
Appreciate you, brother.
The Rap Roundtable.
So the homie Rome decided to stick around with us as we wrap up this episode. The interview was so fire that he was like, fuck it, I'm here. Yo, so let's get right into it. We in a stretch run of the Rap Roundtable episode 24. Is it 24?
24.
20 something. I don't know.
Kobe number.
Kobe,
Hey, God bless him.
Rap MVP. You know we got to do the year-end energy. We got to give the people what they want.
It's a fact.
So we've been joking around. I've been joking around about a certain rapper not getting the love on this whole episode or in hip-hop. The award circuit.
True.
So for me in 2020, Lil Baby got to get that MVP energy, bro.
Yes,
I'm giving
sir.
Lil Baby rap MVP. Who wants to jump in?
Well deserved.
Yeah, Jarv, I agree. I think it's Lil
He's
Baby.
been everywhere. He's covered every base.
However you feel about him, he put in the most work. He got the most bread, you know. And listen, the nigga can spit, so
he
you know.
averaged about 30 this year, bro. I got to give him that MVP.
Like, you
son.
gonna be mad about giving it to Giannis?
cooking.
Come on, it's Lil Baby.
True.
cooking.
True.
Go ahead,
Can I
Sen.
cheat? Can I
Go-
cheat a little bit?
Go piss us off, Sen.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
cheat
Go
a
ahead.
little bit? I'm gonna give it to the whole Griselda camp.
Oh, this nigga.
I'm not mad at that.
From the
No,
guy,
I'm
from
gonna
the
cheat a
guy.
little bit. I'm gonna get because we got Play for Paris. We got From King to a God. We got Burn the Proof. I mean, all three members.
I'm not taking that. You didn't take more than 3 members of a hip hop group. Remember?
Listen.
Of a production group.
Listen.
But the last episode beefing with niggas about
Exactly.
I think
Now you
Rome
talking about
Streetz
you
would like to
picking
interject.
Nah. You
Rome
right. You
Streetz,
right.
yo,
You
talk
right.
your shit.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand both points, right?
All right.
You know why I understand his point? Because if you like a purist and you listen to shit like Griselda and you're into that, even if you listen to Lil Baby, you gonna give it to Griselda because
That's fair.
that's like the rap that you listen to. It's like, no offense to Lil Baby, he can spit, but it's like the trap format is like dumbed down rap. So when you listen to like, not saying it's dumbed down like literally, but I'm just talking about like,
Sincere is clapping right now.
In comparison to what Griselda does.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to Benny and you listen to Lil Baby and you be like, yo, who's doper this year? You gonna give it to Benny, but I understand why you give it to Lil Baby because that nigga virtually came out of nowhere and he got mad plaques. I remember I was riding in the car with my mans and then he's like, yo, you don't listen to Lil Baby and Gunna? I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then I heard the shit
Talented.
and then like Lil Baby, you hear him even when you not even listening to music. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, so I get it.
You know
I
what?
get both sides though.
Can I
You know
change
what I'm
my
saying?
pick?
Lil Baby is hard. I fuck with him.
If that's the case, then I'm picking Benny. Y'all know how I feel about Benny at this table, bro.
That's a fact.
Benny got it.
Benny had one hell of a year. He did.
Listen. I might have to retract an earlier statement from episodes past. I was listening to From King to a God and then Burn the Proof.
Oh yeah,
Back to back?
let me get in my
Oh,
chair.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Burn the Proof
Let me hear it.
was giving me a different feeling this time around.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was.
You going with
I don't know what it
Conway?
was.
So you going with Benny?
Burn the Proof.
Benny got it,
I might
bro.
have
Love
to
that
switch
Conway
up.
album.
Don't
I
get
might
me
have
wrong.
to switch it up.
I was listening to some old Big, bro. Conway, I said this about Pusha.
Yes.
But if there's another nigga that reminds me
Student.
of Big, bro,
Yes.
it's Conway,
Yes.
bro. The cadence, the bar structure, the flow.
Spacing.
So-
the spacing.
Yeah.
That's big, bro.
So the fact that they're like, to me, they're like, it's like neck and neck. Like on a certain day, I might put Conway's album up there. On another day, I might put
It's
Benny's album.
Benny
I
got
don't
it,
know.
bro.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Rome. Rome was about to jump in, bro.
Benny is ill, bro. Listen, you know what's my favorite Benny shit from this year? It's not even on one of his album. The fucking Buff vs. Wires on fucking
shit.
Yo, that's the
That was on
yo. Listen, and I'm a rapper, bro.
West
I
Side's
give
out,
niggas
man.
props, bro. That's like one of my favorite raps of the whole year. That Benny verse, that shit was hard, bro. Like, listen, when y'all leave, listen to his verse on Buff vs. Wires. Like, I
That's
like
fire.
that real shit that I could relate to that make me think about days in my life. Like, certain shit that he said on that was like, damn, like, I like, that's why I like Benny, because you could tell that it's not like he's not fabricating with certain shit. Like, you had to literally be there to like say that shit.
Sin,
So
you
that's
heard
why I
that?
fuck with Benny.
You
So
heard that, nigga?
if I was gonna say Benny or Lil Baby, I'm going with Benny.
That's cool.
Yo,
I
Didi,
thought
Didi,
Conway's album was better.
Who's your MVP, nigga? You been mad quiet.
Lil Baby.
All right.
Yeah, I saw
My
that
son
from
did
a
what he
mile
had to
away.
do.
All right. Little baby.
man.
All right, so album of the year. I'm gonna piss some of y'all off, and I don't give a fuck because y'all jumped me on a Zoom the last time we tried to talk about this nigga. But I'm giving it to Big Sean.
Oh my God!
I'm giving
what?
it to Big Sean. I'm giving it to Big Sean.
No way,
Ladies
Jose.
and gentlemen,
Literally.
the point guard has officially lost his fucking mind.
Detroit.
No
2.
way, Jose.
That album was not even good.
That album was fire.
Oh my God!
It resonated.
It has some joints on
He
it. though.
talked some shit that I wanted to hear. I'm giving it to Big Sean too, because y'all fronted on it.
Yo,
Y'all three niggas fronted on it.
can we get Rome's mic back on and turn his mic off? Is that an option? Is that an option? I need to know.
Get him outta here?
No, it's not an option. Okay.
I don't give a fuck. Y'all can boo me off the table. I don't care.
Yo, I gotta give him
Boo
credit
this
for leaning
man.
in.
Throw the mic, son.
Damn. Party done.
You know, that was just a little stutter step. James
You back
Harden
on
style,
deck,
you know?
Rome?
You back on. You back on.
Yo, I wanted to say, so why you didn't give him rap MVP?
Nah, because Benny bodied the year. Benny got it.
But
features
Benny only
and
put out
everything.
one album this year.
Nah, but the ball work was there. But I'm talking about like albums and bars. I separate.
Okay.
Front to back, I felt like
I overstand it. I get it.
I felt like Sean put out a project that really landed. Like a lot, these niggas here don't like it.
I didn't like
But
it.
I felt
That's
like
not
true.
what Sean was talking. You right, Denny.
You keep
Denny liked it. Denny
pulling him
liked it.
in.
Langston did not like
But
it.
I
Let
would
the
not-
I would
record
not be a
show.
part of this
Sean
hatred.
gave us a body of work that was a moment in his life. And I felt like a lot of rappers don't do that anymore where they get personal.
I
Yep.
can't even have an opinion because I didn't hear Sean.
Alright,
So
alright.
now I gotta go back and listen to it.
Tap in.
No
Like,
doubt,
you know what I
no
mean?
doubt.
Like, it's,
Okay.
I have, like, if I wasn't a rapper, I'd give you more of an in-depth of what I think about Big Sean. He's nice, but I get,
I
like,
understand.
no, it's not a but because that nigga can rap. It's just that, like, my own feelings or why I would choose Benny over
Okay.
or why, like, I may not be super duper tapped into what he's doing right now, but I want to hear it now.
So
My girl loves Big Sean. She's like one of his. You know
So
what I
you
mean?
would say Burden of Proof is the album of the year?
If I was to say what album I think is album of the year,
Contraband.
besides one of my shit, I'm gonna be like, it's either gonna be between what album I listened to a lot this year. It's either gonna be between Freddie Gibbs or Boldy
Yes.
James.
You just got a new best friend. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
little-
ahead.
yeah.
And then if I'm gonna say Boldy James, it's gonna be the shit that he did with Alchemist. The
Yes.
price. Yeah, that
Yes.
shit was hard, bro. And I
Price of China?
just heard Boldy James this year for the first time.
The Price of China,
And I'm like,
right?
yo, that shit was crack.
Price
Yes.
of Tea in China.
Yeah, Price
Yeah.
of Tea in China.
So let me piggyback off that because I am the Freddie Gibbs fan at the table.
Aficionado.
Yo.
I love Freddie Gibbs.
Enthusiast.
Freddie
It's better
Gibbs is
word.
my favorite rapper. Just to answer that
Wow,
question.
bro.
If
That's
I'm gonna say
crazy,
one
bro.
person, yeah.
You
Freddie
heard it
Gibbs.
from Rome
Freddie
Streetz.
Gibbs.
Freddie
Yeah.
Gibbs.
Hell yeah.
Most overrated.
Wow! Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't do that.
We're gonna hold on to that one. Go ahead, Lane. We're gonna hold on to that one. Go ahead, Lane.
No, I actually reversed course on previous episodes. I talked about Royce's album, but after really thinking about
Royce?
this Freddie Gibbs album, out of all the albums this year, there were a lot of good ones.
It sticks to you, right?
There weren't a lot of great ones. I'll say this, like the previous year, I loved Bandana. I loved Daytona the year before that.
Yeah.
This year there were a lot of really good albums. I felt like there wasn't one album that set itself apart like the previous couple years.
I don't know. I feel like there was a line and then there was a few albums, in my opinion, that was elite.
What's your pick, bro?
Freddie Gibbs.
Of course.
Freddie Gibbs. That's what
Freddie.
I came to.
Yes.
Great production by Alchemist and Gibbs is spitter, man.
Of course. You can't lose with that combination. Dini, what was your pick, bro?
Nas Escobar, man.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Sin, that was your pick too?
Yo, I don't think Rome was feeling that Nas album, man.
No?
Personally, I love Nas. All right, put it like this. Nas is Nas. He's a legend. He's
Facts.
the GOAT. He's the God. But my only qualm with Nas is just that he doesn't give his fans what they really want. He's not giving us that nasty Nas shit. That's what we want. I don't
You
give
want
a
that-
fuck
that
who you
Primo,
are.
Pete Rock?
Everybody that loves Nas wants nasty Nas, bro. Nas Escobar moving on your weak production.
Production.
That's what
There
the
you go.
fuck we want
Pumping
from Nas, bro.
corruption.
You know what's the closest we got to that shit from him in recent time? That song that he did with Swiss Beats, that Echo shit.
Echo.
Yeah.
Echo was
Talk
he was
about it on
rapping.
the show.
Bro,
Last
I
year.
was thinking this whole album that he just dropped was all echoes. I'm like, yo, that's how I need him to rap. If he does that, bro, he's back,
Echo
bro.
was crazy.
Not saying he ever left, but as a Nas fan, you know when I say Nas is back, what that means, bro.
Nas.
When we heard Echo, oh, he's back. Oh,
Yeah.
he's back.
That's a fact.
I didn't feel like he gave us any of those moments on this album that he gave us.
Go ahead, Sin.
Okay.
Talk your shit.
That's just my opinion. I love Nas, so please don't get it political.
I respect you.
So,
Yeah.
as the probably the number one Nas fan, can we agree on that?
Yeah,
No,
I'm the biggest
disagree. I'm
Nas fan
a
at
bigger
this table.
Nas fan than you are.
You no, you're
want
not.
that
We're not gonna
Yeah.
settle this
You don't
down,
have
so
a-
let's
you don't
just
have a
agree to
t-shirt
disagree.
on.
Y'all can slap box about that
I
later.
think he would know more bars, but I think you have more like inside information.
I came into actually today. When I woke up this morning, I was like, all right, this album of the year is going to Nas. I had my mindset. Then I was listening to music today, and I listened to King's Disease, and then I listened to Alfredo.
Oh no! Don't. Do
I know
that.
where you're going.
Don't do that.
You're going Alfredo.
There's no skips on Alfredo, bro. There's no skips.
Wow.
Like,
Fucking fire.
Wow, bro. That's crazy,
listen,
bro.
I came into today thinking, yo, King's Disease is gonna get album of the year for me.
Real quick, just as
As a Nas fan, like I wanted to say,
The
yo,
homie-
in 2020, Nas has my favorite album of this year.
the homie Mace said that Alfredo and Freddie Gibbs is super overrated, bro.
Well, tell Mace to come on the table. Mace, where you
know
at?
why Freddie Gibbs
Come
is
on-
that
come
guy,
on the
bro?
table.
Is because he can live in every subgenre of rap on the top tier.
That's a fact.
He's the most
Think about it.
versatile.
If
Yeah.
you don't put Freddie Gibbs on the top tier of, let's say, boom bap, the nigga you put on the top tier of boom bap can't live on the top tier in trap.
Right.
Freddie
Right.
Gibbs can live in the
Yes.
top tier of every
nigga.
fucking subgenre of rap, bro.
That's true.
That's
That's
why, I
why
fucks with
he's
him.
that nigga, bro. That's why he's my favorite rapper.
That's a good
why
point.
he's the MVP. That's why he got album of the year.
That's a
And
good
you better
point.
get that
But
But
fucking
listen, listen. Like
Think
I
about
was,
it, bro.
I was
The
listening
only
to King's
other
Disease.
nigga that could do that is Jay-Z.
I'll tell you this. I
High
feel
praise.
like King's Disease had some higher highs, right? Especially as a Nas fan.
Yeah.
But that, like I found myself, I was like, oh, I don't really like this song. I'm gonna skip
Low.
it. But then when I put on Alfredo, I was like, yo, I'm not skipping on. Like it just flows so. That album flows so effortlessly. So shout out to Alchemist, who also had obviously had a hand in that in the production. It kind of pains me. I'm gonna have to give it to Alfredo.
So
as a
shout
Nas
out
fan.
to Alchemist, producer of
thing,
what
bro.
some of us say is the album of the year, but producer of the year. Who will we give that to? I'm leaning heavily towards Hit Boy. I think Hit
Yes.
Boy had a year for the ages this year.
Yes.
A lot of the most important albums of the year, Hit Boy was on there. So I'm gonna give Hit Boy producer of the year. But who we giving producer of the year, Lane?
It's a two-man race for me. I'm giving it to Hit Boy.
Okay. Dini?
Hit boy.
Sen?
So I'm also giving it to Hit Boy. Reason being is because, like, for me, King's Disease and Alfredo were like so neck and neck. But then
Benny.
Hit Boy also had the Benny album. And that
Right,
Benny album
right.
to me, like it moved up in my ranks.
From
as
the intro to the closing, bro.
Yo,
Fire.
it moved up. Alchemist had Lulu.
and yeah.
Lulu, and then like his beat tape, but like Lulu to me, like no, like you know, I'm not trying to hurt no feelings, but like it didn't hit for me the way I was expecting a Conway and Alchemist.
You know what it is? Sometimes when people make EPs, it should have been an LP. Like Lulu was cracked, but it should have been longer. Like the length of it kind of hurt it.
I agree.
Yeah, so
cracked though.
yeah, so I'm going Hit Boy. I'm going Hit Boy.
Streetz, talk to me, bro.
Now that I'm thinking about it and just hearing all y'all answers, I kind of will agree with Hit Boy because he jumped around. I don't know if he did anything with Drake this year, but just to the fact that he's done shit with Drake. He's done shit with motherfucking Benny. He's done shit with Nas. You understand what I'm
Whole
saying?
album,
Big Sean.
Like I say, why I like Freddie Gibbs is he can live in every subgenre.
There you go.
He can live in every, let's
Yeah.
say, tier. Like Nas is like legend tier. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Like fucking Benny is like underground, mainstream, coming up tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Drake is like
I'm there too.
right now
He coming for
God
that spot.
tier.
Yeah,
God
he's coming.
tier.
So
There you
like
go.
that nigga can live everywhere.
He can. That's
If
a
I
fact.
was gonna say anyone else but fucking Hit Boy, I'm going with Alchemist only because the nigga did a joint with fucking Jay-Z and Jay Electronica.
That's a
Then
fact.
he did
Yeah.
a joint
He did
with
that, yeah.
then he did a joint with motherfucking Conway.
Yeah.
Then he did a joint with fucking Freddie Gibbs
Yeah.
that fucking about to get a Grammy.
He had a good
And
year.
then also he heard a joint off Noise Candy 4. He was like, yo, that nigga wrong street tonight. Yeah.
Talk to him.
Yeah, so I got the kite. I got the kite that, you know what I'm saying, Alchemist is fucking with your boy. So at the end of the day, I could go with Alchemist too because he's been doing shit for forever, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's a
You
fact.
understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
We
if
argued
you
last
listen to
episode,
hip hop
bro.
on like a level where it's like you don't care about numbers, and there's songs in hip hop that are hits that aren't quote unquote chart hits. Like
Right.
Alchemist got a lot of fucking
Street
cultural hip hop hits.
Cultural, yeah.
You
That's
understand what I'm
fact.
saying? Like The Realist is a fucking hit.
Right.
We gonna make it.
We
Yeah,
gonna make
we
We gonna make it. It's a hit.
Hold You Down.
Hold You Down.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
Certain shit that he did, like Elizabeth for West Side Gun, that's like my favorite West Side
That's a
Gun
fact.
track. That's a hit if we were in the hip hop world that we want to be.
Remember
You
Bangers by
understand what I'm saying?
Lloyd Banks?
Yes, that's a hit. I rapped over that shit at one point. I
Keep
did
It
a
Thorough.
joke.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
man.
a hit. Like
Al got some
Alchemist
joints.
is
Bread,
that guy, bro.
ribs,
Like he did a lot of
$100
amazing
bills.
things.
Talk about it.
So you could give that to Alchemist too.
That's a
But
fact.
sometimes when you give somebody like Dopest of the Year award, you kind of include their win. You know how some
Yeah, yeah,
motherfuckers
right,
pull it and they got a win with them. That's like
It's got you gotta
you
take. It's gotta be a
include
culmination
that.
of shit.
You gotta
Yeah.
include that win that brought him to this level, bro.
that's a fact.
Like Alchemist, if
brought flavor.
if you give him his flag, if he wins that Grammy, then motherfuckers will be talking about that win that he
Yeah,
did. Like, damn, he
facts.
did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Like, yeah, he did.
That's true.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
man.
fair.
And he
I'm
rapped
mad
too.
at that.
Fuck it. I'm
Next one should be
switching.
simple.
I'm switching my album of the year to Nas now, because he made that comment about
You
the
all
win.
over the fucking place.
Because he
No,
made the
man.
comment about the win. The win.
Hit
The
Boy
win
got
behind
win too.
Nas.
Hit Boy got win.
Fuck it.
Can't you give me a straight answer?
the fuck?
I think the next subject's pretty.
Best
Hands
female
down.
rapper. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it to Mulatto. Y'all wanna say
Wow,
y'all wanna say Meg.
bro,
Y'all
that's
wanna
crazy.
Wow,
Y'all
bro.
wanna say Meg.
I'm not
crazy,
saying
bro.
Meg.
But Mulatto got some shit. I'm a fan.
Okay.
So Mulatto got female rapper.
I'm
of
gonna
the
have to
year
tap
for me.
in.
Oh, the rap roundtable
She
listeners are on
fine. She's
notice now.
attractive, but she rap better than Meg in my opinion.
I don't know. That name is a little.
I
Oh,
went,
stop it! Put your political bag down, bro.
All right.
Go ahead, for a second.
I went with Meg. All the bullshit with Tori aside, she put out 2 projects.
son.
She got the championship belt. Until somebody beats her, then she's the best female in
She
the
don't
game.
even know who shot her.
And no,
Who
we're not
shot you?
doing that again. We're not
We're
doing that again.
not like
Separate the week from the outside.
four episodes in a row. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's only right. It's on
We gotta
brand,
put it
bro.
down. We gotta put it down.
Who's your best female rapper,
Yeah.
bro?
Meg.
All right.
Who was better than Meg this year?
Shout out to Shay Noir.
Word.
Who?
Shay Noir.
Por qué?
Who the fuck is that?
Like,
The
She a Netflix
album
rapper too?
the album she put out with Apollo Brown.
Who?
Fire.
All right.
You know what? All right, we gotta wrap this up.
Yo,
We're not
whatever,
about to
man.
start arguing.
Whatever.
we got a bunch
But-
of owls here. Woo.
Yo, Shay
Yo,
Noir.
Rome, you got an opinion on this?
I'm saying I understand. I understand your opinion as far as like putting Meg there because when it comes to like female rappers, when they're out, they're always like up there on like the pop level. You know what I'm saying? And like you hear their songs even when you're not fucking listening. Even when you're not even trying
That's
to
gospel
fucking.
right
You
there.
understand what I'm saying? Like it's sometimes it's about visibility also. You know how sometimes like you know what I mean? I'm from New York, bro. Hot 97 used to play a bunch of fucking songs every day that you ain't like, but then like you find yourself just knowing the whole word you singing
Word.
that shit. So it's like even
Maybe
with
like,
Meg,
how I
it's like,
even know
yo,
this song?
you may not even like her shit, but you hear that shit
everywhere,
so
bro.
much. You see the memes so much that it's like, yo, like who else
Yada,
is
yada,
fucking
yada,
doing it
yada,
on her
yada.
level?
Two
at
biggest
this
songs
point?
of the year.
Don't do that, bro.
No, but look, what I'm saying
your ear
is,
off.
That shit gets stuck in your
when,
head.
when
bro.
I'm saying, no, it does, it does, bro. Cause my girl plays that shit, and I'm like, yo, can
She
you
had WAP and
fucking
Savage though. Those
play
are
that
huge
shit?
songs.
But what I'm saying is like, she's around even when you're not listening to it, and it's like, yo, who else is doing it besides her on that level where you can put anyone else besides her?
There you go.
But it be manufactured, so it's like, how you basing it? If you basing it on bars, then I could go with Shay Noir. If you basing it on visibility and presence, then I could go with Megan.
Yo, Sin, can
Yeah,
you throw
man.
some Shea Noir in the group chat so we know what the fuck you talking
Yeah,
about?
let's
I'll
tap
do
in.
that. I'll do that.
All right. And last but not least, and Rome, you can sit this one out if it's too political for you.
Yo, if I wasn't a rapper, I don't know
tap
what you're
in.
asking, but if it's what I think you're asking, I got an opinion, but I can't.
I hear you.
Most overrated rapper of 2020. So now, based on the conversations we had with the Roundtable Awards and all of that, I'm gonna be the black sheep here, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Freddie Gibbs is the most overrated rapper.
Wow.
For me. Y'all can go ahead. But most overrated rapper,
Bug it out.
in my opinion,
Oh my
is
God.
Freddie Gibbs.
Damn it, man.
Mace, what's good, bro? I'm standing beside you. He's most overrated. Y'all can shoot at me if y'all want. I don't care.
Bow.
Yo, you were just talking about
Bow.
how Alfredo is primed for the Grammy
No
Awards.
skips.
That's cool.
No
But-
skips.
But he said that.
That is true.
I said
That
2
is
years
true.
in a row.
That is true.
The best verses on those albums came
You
from
said-
the features.
Oh.
When
Okay.
we was talking Grammy nominations for Rap Album of the Year last month,
Right.
in the last episode, you said the only two that's deserving of it.
Based on the rest of the list. Not based
Oh, come on.
Nah, I'm gonna do what I
Come
gotta
on.
This kid's milking it.
Come on.
Freddie Gibbs.
Yo.
Shout out to
believe
Pusha.
this.
Shout out to Benny for having the best verses
Oh,
on those
stop
albums.
it. Stop it with that Benny talk right now.
Go ahead, Lane.
Yo, I'm about to fight this nigga, bro. Big Sean is my answer.
Oh, fuck you.
Wow.
Wow, bro. That's crazy, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Mine's is who it always is. Lil Wayne.
Little what? Come on, man.
He had a resurgence, but it was
He
a terrible,
did.
but it was a terrible one.
So, beat out from Rap Radar got some flack for putting Lil Wayne on his list. So I feel you on that.
Wayne is overrated. Shout out to Gilly, bro. Gilly gonna get his
Listen.
flowers every time I'm on the air, bro.
Listen,
Another episode.
y'all know how I feel about this person.
Don't say
It's been
shady.
documented on wax.
Don't say shady.
I mean, he put out two albums this year, both of them.
Wow.
Who asked for that second album? Nobody asked for that album.
Everybody was like, "Yo, he's back! He's back!" Even like the Peter Rosenberg, and you know dudes that's you know been following his career, and like just want him to be like back so much to the shady era. And I'm listening to these projects, and I'm like, "Yo, this is not it. This is not it." Eminem.
Shady.
Eminem, I love your early shit, but I just can't. I can't. Like, and every time I hear somebody be like, "Yo, this new album is like a classic. This new album he's back," and blah blah blah. I can't.
The Great
He's not-
White Hope.
He's not back, man. He's not back.
Eminem is nice, but I feel like the Eminem that we all love is the first two albums.
Yeah.
The Shady
that's
LP,
first two albums.
the Marshall Mathers
Go-
LP.
go into 8 Mile.
And then
I like
he,
Encore
he
was
did the 8
fire.
Mile, and then he made the Superman song.
I love that song.
Yo,
Fire.
that's one
my
of my
karaoke
favorite joints.
go-to.
But then it's like, yo, after that, I feel like he kind of got lost in being like super technical rapper.
Wow,
Right.
bro.
You get what I'm saying? Like
That's
sometimes
crazy,
it's not about like being able to rhyme the best. It's
a
about
fact.
like
It's my
just
spirit
making
animal right here.
You know what I mean? You gotta make your shit like resonate with
Resonate.
the people. Sometimes
You gotta have a
one thing
pocket.
about it,
You gotta have
sometimes
a-
you can over rap.
Yes.
You can over rap
Yeah, that's
on
a
the
fact.
track. You get what I'm saying? Like one thing about like Eminem, he's nice. He can like put like this. It's just like war, bro. If you having a close combat interaction with somebody, you're not gonna pull out a fucking rifle.
No.
Right.
Right.
You gotta know what weapon to use on what track.
He killed that joint with
Sometimes-
M.A. though.
He
No,
did.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
he
he did.
didn't, but sometimes like
Also,
he
the
raps
production.
too much on a song.
And then the
It's
production
too much
does
words.
nothing
extra.
for me,
Yo,
bro.
it's
It's word
Extras.
salad.
Mad
The
words.
production
It's
on
word
that
salad.
album
Mad
was
words.
Words.
Like one thing about Eminem, he's nice. Like if he just here rapping in front of your face, just spitting bars, yes. But sometimes when you listening to a nigga rap over a beat, it kind of gotta hit a certain pocket.
It gets,
kind of
it
gotta
gets
flow
convoluted.
You
It
know what I mean?
does.
Listen,
I
the-
love Eminem though.
The
He's
pocket is so important, and
Yes,
I
yes.
argue that with these guys here, but sometimes they be dubbing my shit. That's fine. But if we gotta wrap it up, this was a fire episode.
Fire.
Shout out to Brooklyn Podcasting Studio for allowing us to do our first
Thank you
episode
very much.
here.
Much
We will
appreciated.
be
Top of
here
the year
for the
vibes.
extended future.
As long as you guys have us, I know we're a little out of hand.
Super professional. You know, I gotta repeat that. Full circle. Full circle's been a theme of this
Guy's an
episode.
asshole.
Yes.
Super professional. Quality work.
Engineers in here with us.
Super engineer
Working
Josh.
with us.
I didn't
Shout
call
to
the other
Captain.
guy super engineer, but I'm giving that title to Josh. Super engineer. You know what I'm saying? This is the Rap
The
Roundtable.
Rap Roundtable.
This is episode 24.
Kobe.
Langston, take us home.
On behalf of the rap god, Jarv, the rap snob. I'd call Jarv the rap god.
I don't even
That's
rap,
Eminem.
bro.
The point god. The
Thank
point
you.
god, Jarv.
The rap god is-
the
is
rap
Rome
snob.
Streetz.
Sincere. Rome Streetz.
Yes, sir.
It was a pleasure meeting you, sir.
pleasure having me.
Thanks,
sir,
you know, you're invited. Shout out to your homie coach, you know,
Yes,
holding
man.
you
Coach
down in
in
the
the
cut.
building.
Hey, bro.
Dini, I love you, man. You know that.
Like cook food, nigga.
Listen, we about to start year
Bronx
number 3
Connection.
of the rap roundtable. We get bigger and better with each episode. So we love all our listeners. Y'all you make
Pause.
sure to stay tapped in. Yo, we out.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.